Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
But there was that Tristana that we were just talking about. I mean, I think it can make sense. You are, of course, overstacking in terms of damage, but it's a very traditional front to back. We think back to yesterday, T1 dominated G2 in the team fights. To get that information, and oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah, this is very cute, but Gumayusi is going to be here. Oner turning up as well. Faker with that first roam over. Elk in trouble. Rocket jump comes down, still gets the damage after the flash, and Elk is no longer. First blood goes to Faker, and that answers your question.
Again, look at the minimap. Information being garnered. Knight working with his jungler very well. Faker being forced to come across to help.
Yeah, he is going to come up. That ward is going to be taken down here as Winter's Wrath comes out. Knight looking to try and dissuade Oner from taking this one. Good seismic shot, but Oner takes the rep up. But will he be able to get out? As it is going to be the kill going over to Shun, but Faker's going to be there. It's a cute flash, but it ain't enough. And now the rocket jump's been reset, and Faker gets back to the lane.
That's a second kill now for the Tristana. Faker hasn't even backed yet, but he is sitting on almost. And while in the 2v2, Oner and Faker have been able to do pretty decent, it does mean that Bin has so much space and really gets to push the envelope.
It should be the three of the grubs going over, and I think when you have a Tristana, this is the priority that you want. However, Oner going to be able to grab this before he Arctic Assaults over the back of the pit. Buster shot and flash going to be utilized as now Faker doesn't have that for the disengage, and he's going to get thrown back. Now the shutdown should come through, and it's Bin that collects the goal.
We talk about the map pressure.
I think he flashes with enough buffer time. I just don't think he was expecting Knight to also flash after him, because the moment Bin comes through with the ultimate, you think he's in a bit of danger, but that commitment from Knight really helps secure that kill. So nice plays, the hook connects.
Yeah, going to land here onto On as they do invest even the ultimate from Keria. The root is going to land as now Faker coming down towards the bottom side. Oner's here as well. On is in so much trouble. Level 6 is going to be there for Elk. Fate's call comes out now, and Knight is going to turn up. The flash comes in, but Oner's still able to get the kill. The wall is going to block him, so they will take down the Sejuani. And now Gumayusi coming in will not land the snare. Gets the piercing darkness over, but I don't think T1 to get anything else as Shun is making his way down. We'll see whether the Xin Zhao can get things done, but it looks like he's a little bit too late in T1. They should be able to get themselves out of this, but still BLG with control of the map.
Knight using a fantastic ultimate to prevent this bot lane from falling so far behind. Such a good commitment from Gumayusi and Keria to set up that play initially, but Shun is still hovering around. He's hunting for more.
Yeah, the information going to be there as now Faker is going to dive on top of that. The hook max range will connect, and now the ulti comes on through, but it's another rocket jump from Faker. He gets himself out, and even with everything invested, Shun's not going to be able to get there. Just not quite enough range on that W, and T1 will get out.
BLG feel confident. They think that they see the trap, that they're able to outsmart, but the burst is simply too much.
Crashing. BLG though, they say, you know what, that's enough. Elk, as he resets back out onto the map, goes to mid, catches that wave, so BLG looking to not waste any farm. Nice knockback.
Yeah, seismic shot, the handshake's going to be there as well as now Keria in trouble and will be taken down. Knight secures the kill underneath the turret, and Gumayusi just have to watch.
A full sense of security there for Keria.
And now maybe Oner is really trying to take that to the next level.
It's a dive mid.
He has cleanse.
Yeah, there is the ulti. Immediate cleanse does come on through, but I think there's just going to be too much damage. Explosive charge will be able to get it done. As Gumayusi comes down, Knight is looking for Oner, but I think that the Sejuani is going to be able to make it out. Will Zeus be as lucky, though, as the stun card comes through, the all-out to try and get him out, as now the Dawning Shadow, as they're looking to turn it. Faker, he has the rocket jump to get over the wall, and the Buster shot to create that distance. The ultimate comes on through, the block is fantastic, as now Destiny gets the turnaround. Faker's lying on the ground, and Bin's just laughing.
It's the jump from Faker getting interrupted.
Oh, seismic shot going to be avoided, but it does not matter. Knight is now on the board in the skirmish, and BLG looking fantastic in the top lane.
T1 beautifully timed, interrupts the jump from Faker, no reset for him, and then the chase comes down.
The combination of the knockup and Shun's ultimates.
T1 not fully committing to the play, but also maybe opening up an opportunity for the Herald, but now that's gone. BLG held their nerve, and now it's Shun on the aggression.
Yeah, a bit of a face check there as now Gumayusi might pay the price for it. He's going to have to walk over. You can see Faker's just backing. He wants to get out of there, but he's going to cancel it as now the threaded volley comes in immediately. There's the Buster shot, and now Gumayusi has to flash. Hostile takeover, not going to land onto anyone, but On is still going to be there as he dives forward. They're so incredibly low. Both of the AD carries go down, and Shun gets a double underneath the turret, but now it could be T1's time as the all-out comes in, and Zeus is going to do the same thing. Collects a couple, and now Bin tries to answer it as the rest for the Nautilus!
It's a brawl in the top lane to get out of that situation.
And what I love the most out of that was Kerry is acting. Because he's like, he does that walk where he's like trying to get to the brush because he doesn't.
As we may be setting ourselves up for another one.
Yeah, nice weave as well to try and block the entrance here for T1 as they are looking to get into the pit. The Rend is going to be there and it's a good smite from Shun to get them one extra dragon. Only 2 on the board as, of course, T1 managed to get the second as now Glacial Prison does fly forward. They get the Fate's Call this time and now Carrier has already hooked his way in. The rocks are on the ground. The Dawning Shadow's there to keep Carrier alive as Elk is pushed out of the fight. Now the hostile takeover comes through, but it's not really going to get the value and the bailout doesn't either. Now in the backline, Zeus is running amok and they're able to win it in the end. They may not get the Drake, but they'll get the kills. And T1 are out of there.
Crucially there, T1 find the front-to-back teamfight that they're looking for. They look for the exit. Bin will snipe Faker at the end there, but still T1 gonna be happy about that one.
Absolutely incredible teamfight once again from T1. They play it patiently, they take their time, and again, they make the front-to-back happen. Now, Carrier is the target.
Well, he is very, very tanky, as we know. Coming on up, though, we'll see whether they're going to have enough. They're going to invest a teleport to try and make sure they'll get through this Nautilus. Handshake is good, gold card is there, and that's a really nice shove. I don't think Kerry is getting out of this one. And that is another kill for Bin. 5-1-1 now on the Twisted Fate.
Big shutdown again going over to Bin, and in the side lane, this man is going to remain an absolute menace. Carrier overstep. So as well, Carrier. His position towards the top side was punished, but his hooks and his teamfights have been incredible.
Speaking of hooks, he's going to land one onto Shun here as well as they look to try and defend their blue buff. Good handshake for the disengage, but I don't know whether it's going to help Shun, who is going to throw the ulti down, but another magnetic
20
hook
minutes
from this Nautilus. And available here for Knight. He is now positioned to try and get himself in there. The wall goes down to the Baron, is under half health. There's a hostile takeover. It's going to make it a Thunderdome in there. Now Gumayusi is already incredibly low. Now T1 looking to try and turn it. The Dawning Shadow is fantastic. Elk is going to get into bailout range, able to get the reset as well. And Ona goes down. Zeus will follow. 2 tanks on the ground, and now BLG have a chance at the Baron.
4v5 and BLG make...
Soul point available for BLG here if they get it. Want to get this mid lane turret.
See whether they can, as these Baroned up minions at 22 minutes are quite difficult for T1 to deal with. They will be able to get this one. The flash forward, the phenomenal handshake to pull Faker out, and they will take him down. Shun is in trouble, but he has the Crescent Guard, so he ain't falling down just yet. And now T1 just find themselves lacking a mid lane out of turret and their mid laner. Nice little flick back there from Knight as well. Will connect onto Carrier. He's not as tanky as he was before. And T1 really on the ropes now.
I've heard of a firm handshake, but on, what the hell was that? Catching Faker out of mid-air to set him up for your team to find the kill. The tower's gonna drop as well. The dragon is open for the take.
Here again, felt like T1 were kind of getting to the point of the game where their 5v5 was going to be strong enough, but instead now...
Right, but he is able to move far enough back, because now the wall is going to be deconstructed still. This inner turret's going to fall down, and BLG for their troubles, though. And Bin not even going to invest the Destiny. Maybe he wanted to, though, as the all-out does come in, and Zeus in the picture-in-picture will be able to get the shutdown alongside Faker. And now T1 with an opportunity to fight back as they look for the rest of BLG, who are making their way out.
So hard to engage, though. Shun stepping forward, and On can be pulled back by the Fate's Call, and Shun, he's a Xin Zhao.
Now it's the fight for the mid-wave. But BLG might just fight for this anyway. No, their goal is to push this in.
Audacious Charge does get Shun in there, but it's a good buffer on the dredge line. Still he's going to get snared. Not going to get pushed back, though, as the Dawning Shadow to try and keep them alive. Another Fate's Call comes in. Good knockup. He's going to come down, but On is now out of the fight, and he doesn't have that protection. Nice Q3 coming out from Zeus. Is now Faker up on the side. He gets Destinied on. They may have just found the goat, and there he goes. Elk locks down the kill, and now T1 are scattering to the wind. That's the pick that BLG may have needed to secure at least this soul, but maybe even Baron.
The ebb and flow from BLG, that beautiful Shun, kites back, draws the attention, and meanwhile on the flank, Bin finds Faker again.
The fight's not over just yet, though. T1, 4 members still alive, want to fight their way into this dragon.
Well, the dragon is going to be secured, and now Knight on that flank angle. That's not the hostile takeover that they were looking for, as now Zeus will be executed, and BLG, like a freight train, are mowing down T1. The gold card in hand is Gumayusi trying to slink his way out. He will do so, but the map belongs to BLG.
T1 quite literally gets stuck between a rock and a hard place, and BLG wipe them out once again with the soul secured and the base in their eyes. BLG is confident to try and take game one.
And try to end here. Still 20 seconds on the front line. Only Oner stands, but I don't think he's tanky enough.
I don't think so either. They're going to try a last death replay, but it's another shove. Don't let this man have Talia. Knight is just too good on this pick. Another one comes in, and the Nexus will now go down. T1 on the floor and BLG on the board.
Knockup is so insanely tough to deal with. 3-6. The Wukong obviously not going to have the impact that we normally see Shun have, but these fights, again, are going to be so explosive.
Just because there's so much more dive on the side of T1. In any case, early control is the name of the game.
It felt like last time they didn't have as much damage as... Oh, speaking of damage, the snare even hits Faker. Big flash there from Carrier, but On, he's making his way in. The flash over from Elk. The first blood comes in, nothing Gumayusi can do about it, and BLG will walk away with first blood.
Absolute disaster there. Carrier face checks, even with flash and barrier. You're not going to get out. Guma trying to cancel the backs. Can he get it?
Oh, he might be able to do so. There it is. He's going to be able to answer it. Is now On trying to get a bit of damage down, but that is a very early and pretty... Another wave is going to conga line in, just waiting for Shun to make his way over. And Zeus, this is feeling very precarious. Does hit the level 3. Now the tactical sweep comes in as he's not quite finding it. There's a hook shot and he manages to get on top of On. It doesn't matter though, he just gets out of turret range. And that is going to be the kill. And now Knight has already flashed away from Oner. Permafrost is going to be there though, as now Knight has run out of cooldowns. Shun, can he make his way in to try and answer this? Shape Splitter comes through and Oner says no. I'm going to be able to grab that one, so it's a 1-for-1 on either sides of the map.
Crucially there's 4 members available for BLG, so they have a really, really nice number of people to juggle. 6, as we pointed out, thanks to that early gank, but still not going to be able to contest this early on. We'll now have kill threat going forward.
But no, they give up on any further chase, and Elk having that level 6, absolutely massive for making sure that Gumayusi couldn't just free hit.
Mid laners would love to get involved as well, but Faker keeping the pressure up.
Oh, Glacial Prison comes in and the arrow was just picked up. Great flash from On though. Step aside, and it's a double and a cash in for Gumayusi's Draven. Now Shun trying to get him here. Could it be a triple though as he's trying to catch the axe? And it's a triple for Guma.
And it's the last pixels of that axe.
K gold from kills for Guma.
Oh my goodness.
And now BLG attack back.
Well, let's see whether he can make it happen. Pop Blossom comes down. Arrow is barely going to miss. There is Knight taking axe after axe, but it is the kill, the revenge for Elk, as the piercing arrow is going to get rid of the Draven.
850 gold for Elk. A bit of a cash out of his own.
Yeah.
They are still 4K gold behind, but the Dragon will be secured as T1 have to turn their attention towards the mid lane tower. I say that Oner still hovers around him. He's not going to take the risk. He will back away.
Yeah, some opportunistic play there.
Look at the gold.
That's post shutdown.
Yeah, this is
Well, Herald available for Oner. He can just drop this mid if he wants to.
Yeah, as On is just going to get ulted. There is the Whirling Death, and my god, the damage. Not going to be quite enough to lock down the killers. There's the all-out from Bin, and Zeus not wanting to fight this one just yet, as you can see, just trying to get away from these Qs. Landing in some pot shots. There's the ulti, and gets the hook shot for the Sun as well. Is it just going to be the solo kill? It is! Faker turns up just to cheerlead his top laner.
A solo kill for Zeus over Bin. A beautiful outplay.
See, yep, it is just Zeus trying to take down this top inner turret. So, Soul Point should go over to BLG here unless Faker does something absolutely crazy. Not going to happen though. Smite is, of course, available. That flash was a weird one there from Elk, but should still be okay as Whirling Death coming on down. Bin trying to find the angle, and there is Zeus just to defend. Oner will turn up as well. They know how dangerous this K'Sante can be as Knight flashes and finds the air. BLG can't get they're engaged to work at all, and now T1
flooded by BLG, and here we go. Faker pushes in mid.
Yeah, the Drake down to almost 75% health. Oner going to walk on over, and you can see BLG. They just want to get themselves the team fight as Knight shape splits himself just to try and scout out these brushes, and Zeus still stalwart, standing his ground, will now move out of that brush as he's spotted on that flank angle, and they're taking so much damage. There's a Glacial Prison onto Elk, but he's down to 50%, and there is no extra follow-up. They go back in, there's the Pop Blossom this time! It finds its mark, as they do manage to take the Drake, but can they find the fight is a question. T1 on the board is Zeus. That health bar is very, very high, and the flash forward from Faker looks for the opportunity, but there's not many cooldowns. Back up and available. He's in the shroud now, and Zeus is the one that's so scary with all this damage. They get the shutdown onto Faker, but Zeus is going to be able to answer the kill onto Bin. BLG will win the fight, but crucially, T1 deny the soul.
Both engagers of T1, the ult from Sejuani and the ult from Keria, can so easily be blocked by clones, by Edge of Night.
Wait, that's the ult come from Elk.
Yeah, there's the ult out from Oner as well, but that is a lot of damage with the Whirling Death. The arrow now going to connect. It hits the right Shun as well as Faker. He'll go golden. Zeus on the flank angle, but he's blocked by Bin. Manages to snatch him out of the air. Hextech Ultimatum has to be used so defensively, and now it's Bin that gets in amongst the fight. He'll all out his way with Gumayusi, but he's back to his team. And now they're looking for it. It's Faker that dives in the 5-point strike, and this time T1 will find the team fight they've been looking for all series and wipe the floor with BLG.
A fight on multiple fronts that T1 just dominate. BLG put up a good fight, but it was not good enough.
This series is delivering, even with a gold lead this massive. Look at these health bars. But T1 gonna push for the end here, and we're gonna go to 1-1.
I've never been tested this much at my job ever. Because there is so many micro things happening in these fights. As On looking for the opportunity, he won't find it. The juggling, even under the Nexus turrets, is working out nicely as another minion wave will taxi its way in. The Nexus will be exposed, and even though Bin just managed to respawn, there were arrows waiting for him, and there goes the Nexus. T1 turn this into a best attack. It's big. Hang on a second, let me scroll down 800 champions for a second, shall I? Because is he putting another one on the board for the second time?
I keep talking about these
team
comps,
calls.
but every time I
do.
try to, these teams, I'm not going to have a chance. Oner, ooh, nice smite, but Oner sees the blue is still up. The problem
Now
is
he knows that Shun doesn't have the smite available, the flash available as well. As Wind becomes lightning, Shun just going to try and do battle. But this is not the range he wants. There's the pounce, and there's first blood for Oner. This is his Nidalee that he wants to play every
power of Canyon Skin. He's able to find a solo kill. He'll steal away the blue, but now Bin wants revenge.
Yeah, he's going to get jumped on here as there is a tornado not finding the mark. Great snare from Elk, as now Oner is definitely dead. Left to the wolves, and now Faker could be in trouble. Stretch Armstrong is exactly that, as he does just elastic slingshot. Observing, I just want to say, heal's still going to be invested here.
Okay. But now Oner has his eyes set on a bot lane play.
And I think he avoided that ward as well, as now looking at the shooting gallery here. On does headbutt the wall, but still tagged by the spear. The extended pounce not going to be taken until the minion wave gets in. It's Keria. Oh, he tries to buff a still. He is able to get out. The auto attack comes in though, and there is the kill for Elk to follow.
It was On who actually cancelled Keria's dash there with his pillar.
This
so
guy
Keria doesn't actually make it
On
out.
is incredible.
Kalista plus Nautilus is such a powerful duo. And BLG are going to wisely
Or not, as we do see Knight already heading back with the wave getting pushed in the mid.
What you need to be doing with Senna.
Oner.
They're going to face check as there is Shun, gets the flash out as Destiny to follow immediately. Bin heads on over and Oner has nowhere to go, and it's a kill to Elk as well to start getting him stacked up.
A blunder there from Oner. He saw them on the control ward in the top side. Didn't respect the
Whole lot of grubs, and it might look for a play here as well.
Yeah, Bin is already ghosting towards Gumayusi. He manages to get the cleanse out, but now Keria finds himself all alone. There's the Fate's Call, but there's the train on top of them. Still, Gumayusi going to be taken down. The train was nowhere in sight, but gave him nowhere to go. And BLG
very close to even taking it down.
Yep, Spear going to go wide. There is now a teleport in. T1 really trying to find a depth charge. Going to get on top of Elk, but he sidesteps the Spear. And now Faker, he's bouncing around, but he's trying to use it to escape. That's not what they really wanted. Now he has to flash, gets under the turret. He'll survive, but they won't win the fight. And the turret is more than doomed. That's first turret blood as well. And that is a big gold lead.
By.
Faker hovering in mids. It's
Pretty good elastic slingshot angle as Keria finds a minion. Still there is Faker channeling, dives on top, gets right in there onto Xun, but the ulti is going to be there. Let's Bounce comes on through. Destiny has been channeled and Faker going down very low. Xun is almost just dead. That is a massive pivot into the backline, and there goes Zeus. And Faker's Bloblets will not survive either. Now the train will just crash on in as Oner not going to be able to find anything, and BLG will run them down.
And just as it looks, as T1 has found an angle, a big angry bear ends their dreams. Mid lane turret is gonna fall. A massive, massive fight for BLG.
Knight with his Annie finds the play. An impressive Tibbers swings the fight in favor of BLG.
The fact that their champions do scale so beautifully, Senna in particular.
There's a lot of gold cheating going on. There's the passive as they hook shot. That's a Xin Zhao though, and you see T1, they're hesitating. Zeus, even though this counter pick looked cool, hasn't had any impact yet.
Yeah, there's the audacious charge in here from Xun as Zeus puts down the wind wall. Can they actually find the fight that was on? A massive ultimate. Can he find it? The ramp doesn't really work out, but still, BLG will tear Gumayusi apart. Zeus down to about 100 health. Carrier is dead. Elk's gonna be able to get another one here as the gold card finds the kitty cat, and Bin is on a rampage. Faker, he finds one kill back against his opposite number, but that is all they will get. And BLG win a second fight in a row.
Extraordinary that belongs to them. And immediately after winning that fight, they knew they had the gold leads. And oh, hang on a minute, Faker.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, you're seeing it now. They're pushing in the bot wave. What do? Move into the enemy jump.
Train, I should say, this particular skin. In a turret down to 50% health. That is going to be a nice route onto Zeus, who's now trying to get himself out of there. Tibbers is dead for now. It's a good knock-up, though, onto Faker still. He's pretty tanky. Depth charge going to be absorbed by that Crescent Guard as Faker dives in. I don't know about that one. He didn't even have cell division. He's just going to fall down. Now Gumayusi has to flash. It's a decent hook. The carrier, where's the follow-up? Double kill for Xun as BLG push for the inhibitor turret bot lane.
T1 desperately try and find something, but BLG is ready to outplay their every move. Inhib is gonna fall, and they don't feel the need to push on, to use that on that summoner. You don't need it. They can look for the end through bot lane here with Oner and Guma dead.
Merciless is BLG as they show zero restraint. 23 minutes in, the Nexus in their eyes.
Only 3 members of T1 here to try and defend. They have no money, they have no chance. Carrier is going to go down. It's a decent last breath, but I think it might definitely be its namesake as Faker will get surrounded and destroyed. BLG with one Nexus turret between themselves and victory. They'll take it a little bit slow because maybe they want to get a couple of extra kills, as that flash is not going to do it. There are trains flying across, there are bears coming from the sky, but the Nexus will be destroyed and BLG will head to match point in the series.
BLG off the back of Bin getting counterpicked. It didn't matter at all. At no point.
I don't love the pairing alongside Vi. I will say that Vi Twisted Fate gives you a slightly stronger top side, but you don't have a huge amount of agency in the mid lane. The beauty...
Extra damage, and Faker, he has an inkling. On hasn't showed for a while.
Zeus will find a really nice trade here as On going to move in. Oh dear, Faker in so much trouble. No flash, no chance, and will be taken down. First blood for Knight's Corki.
He had no means of escape.
Another. Arrow going to be avoided there by Gumayusi. Kind of crucial here in this matchup, but not going to be able to stop this blighted Quipper from being activated by the hail of arrows. There's a Hex Flash forward from On. He'll find the snare on the Carrier, but he gets the knock-up, and that is going to be the kill. Elk going to be taken down by the On. He tried to give it to Gumayusi, but does not work out. Still, they'll even out the kill score.
Extremely necessary.
You want to build the on hit so that you can actually kill a tank, but also then you can't stand back far enough so that he can't just engage on you and kill you. It's just K'Sante, man. I don't know. Every time we seem to complain about it, and every time it seems to be relevant, as we do see neutral objectives traded. Zeus is underneath this turret. Speaking of which, I don't know about this one, though, as All Out is going to come through. Zeus going to try and survive, but that just kills him. I think taking 5 turret shots, maybe not the angle here, guys.
What was that from Zeus? A huge mistake. The wave got cleared out so fast by Elk. He didn't even have to flash. Just a straight up free kill donated over to BLG AD carry.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, let's try again. He doesn't find the ultimate, but that flash was gorgeous, and he's looking to outplay. It doesn't work out, but still then able to win the fight on. He gets 2 for himself.
And with BLG
able to arrive too. And BLG find the turnaround. This is the skirmishing we were looking for. Zeus now the target.
Yeah, Shun is going to turn up. He does have the cease and desist available. There it is now. Zeus, I don't know whether he's going to be able to get out of this one as the gold card connects, and that will execute him. Bin is now on the board.
Sets you up so nicely. All Bin has to do is park his ghost, and while he doesn't have the flash available, maybe this is an angle for Guma.
Yeah, he is going to walk over a ward, but we'll see whether Bin can do anything about it. The smallest all-out that I've ever seen, but it's going to work out here as Guma is going to be able to throw enough in there, and Shun realizes that he wasn't able to change the play.
Guma, crucially, the difference maker there. Actually able as Keria.
Okay, in comes the Ram as, yeah, Keria's rooted, so not actually able to throw it back. So Elk just going to trade ultis.
I was immediately looking to keep building his lead, keep farming up.
All right. Oh, great sidestep there. Now Keria finds himself up the creek, and there is no paddle here. The Brittle going to get procced. And now Elk is just going to try and find a little bit more. Still not actually going to follow him all the way forward. Let's Keria live for now, as in the meanwhile, there is an attack on the bottom side. 3v3 gold card here from Bin. Vault Breaker's fantastic hook is going to catch the K'Sante, as somehow they're still alive, and there's the teleport in from Faker. On is going to be the one that has to be sacrificed, and somehow T1 find a kill in the play. Ulti comes down, they're going to find even more. There's a gold card prepped, and they're not going to chase too far forward. Never you mind, as Faker breathing. There is another one as now Shun. They may have found the angle. Knight is going to get in there, and we forgot about the Corki, and he'll deliver the package to T1, and T1 wishes they could send it all the way back. Knight wanting to find more. He's got a flash of his own. The sidestep again. That one's going to miss as well, and somehow Faker is going to swim away. The last rocket finds him.
BLG cross map bot. You can feel the kind of keeping BLG around, waiting for the TP to come through from Faker.
Okay, in the meantime, now Shun might be in trouble here. The ulti comes down from Faker, and they start the fight off with a kill onto Shun. There's another one onto Knight as well, and the shutdown goes to the... Not just this game, but this series. If they lose this, it's just done. And once again, it's that 3-1 for BLG. Teleport coming on in here. Zeus maybe just wants to take the turret before he's going to die, but Knight is coming in, and he wants to get yet another kill for himself. Couldn't get to the wall, couldn't get all out. And anyone... The arrow is going to go wide, of course. Not lethality, so not as deadly. Still, this turret is in trouble. Knight teleports in. Great snare from Gumayusi as BLG even out the numbers, and T1 get the heck out of there.
T1 though, really good with the pressure.
Never mind, there's the Ram. It's going to connect onto Elk. They know that he doesn't have the flash of the explosion of damage. T1, it's not about the turret. They take 3 kills before they get it. And now I have a feeling it's just the Baron, as it's only been around for 15 seconds, and T1 want to wipe it from the map.
The timing is just...
Find a lot of these team fights. That's what they're going to have to rely on here as well. If they want to ensure they get the players.
Oh, never mind. Okay, we're all the way back into the action. Shun is in so much trouble. Oner is able to lock down the kill in the end, and now the resets are coming in. He's under a turret, and he's alone. I don't know about that one, but it is a trade, a 1-for-1 here. But even a 1-for-1, when the Baron...
Ship Cruiser is fully operational. Let's see how T1 can navigate this. Pin on the flank. Oner recognizing it. Wards to try and cut it off. Here's the TF ult.
Yeah, Destiny coming on in here. Gumayusi trying to keep himself safe over. Oner diving onto Bin, but there is the Ornhorn. Knockoff is perfect to deny the Ram. T1 haven't lost anyone just yet, but it's going to be so hard to get this Dragon. Zeus gets amongst it, though. The all-out comes on through, as Shun not going to be getting in range of the smite. They deny the soul, but can they win the fight is the question. Elk goes down, and the Corki's massive Faker saves it, as there is the double, and T1 will wipe the fight.
That was some old-school Kassantaning as well from Zeus amidst...
Very quickly, as we can see, Hexflash getting on amongst it, but no. Now, he does find himself in an awkward position. Finally, a Ram is going to get some knockups, but the follow-up isn't exactly there. Still, they're able to get on top of of the support, and BLG don't find an avenue to answer back.
2 ultimates invested for a single kill. They know they have the numbers advantage, so they're going to start the Baron once more. As long as Shun is alive, T1 have to be careful.
Bin on the flank.
Yeah, it's
Faker
a great
is
flank.
relatively
Look
low.
at, these health bars are getting lower and lower as Knight throws the rockets in. Faker is going to get Sandy taken down at the start of the fight, but the trade is going to be on to Shun. The all-out is going to be there as Knight is down relatively low, and the Unstoppable is going to get Zeus out of there, just regrouping with the team. 2 dead on the side of BLG, and Bin finding himself on the wrong side of the fight. He's still very healthy, but I don't know whether this is going to do it. There's the knockback, and Bin will be wiped from the map.
Guma almost goes down, but T1 still have enough.
The singularity here from Faker, and yeah, K'Sante is just going to K'Sante. He's got Anathemas, he's 4 items, and they're all really big tanky ones. Another Dragon denied here from BLG. As an Ornhorn coming out once again, Keria looks for the knockup, and they're just going to look for On. Try and get the kill they can find. That's a decent package, but it's defensive. Then, oh, never you mind. Okay, it's really offensive as Faker almost just dies to the damage. Bin, he's on a ward as now T1 look to try and get him out of there. On in trouble as well as BLG. They're going for the pincer, and that doesn't often work here in League of Legends. Bin looks for Faker, and he gets him. Wow. Okay, we've got another fight here on the other side though, and Shun's going to be taken down by Ona. T1 answer back, and there's a flash in. Ona doesn't find it onto Knight though, whose Valkyrie is absolutely fantastic.
It's BLG though that are running for their lives. They're the ones that have to retreat. T1 are sieging onto the base.
Crucially though, Shun is going to come up in about 30 seconds. We'll see there's no real opportunity, no ultimate for Bin, no TP for Knight, so no creative flanks here. And by the end of all of that,
commits the ghost, and now Bin can actually just
wail
on this tower.
Oh, there's the back from Keria.
They don't want to overcommit though. They saw a large figure in the bush and said, you know what, that's not a squishy target.
Oh, Zeus. Oh, they know!
He's baiting! Okay, there is the Destiny. They know exactly what's wrong now, but can they do anything about it? Knight just purchased that GA as they get on top of Gumayusi. That flash was absolutely amazing, and the health bars just melt as Faker's damage is immense still. They need to try and deny this push from Bin, who runs out of minions. That hook was amazing from On, but I don't know whether he will survive as he gets knocked back by the K'Sante. And On will be taken down underneath his inner turret. And that was a solo kill from Faker in the bottom lane. This game is insane.
T1 still have all 5 members alive. Only Elk is left to defend. He's trying to catch what waves he can, but Keria is chasing him down.
He's going to get knocked back. Of course, Keria taking a fair bit of damage there, but the rest of T1 is bearing down on Elk. This Dragon up and available as well as, yeah, Elk, he is going to be taken out here. There is the ace in the end. Version of Soul Point that they've now put together 3 Cloud Drakes in a row.
Or T1, TP
They give them anything, they'll take it. As Ona, there is the Ram. Okay, Keria tries to find Elk. He will be able to connect it. They're not able to get the snare though, as Faker has to use his Zhonya's, and look at that damage! Absolutely absurd, and that is a large price to pay, as now Zeus sort of taking matters into his own hands. 1 versus 4 right now, great buffer on the hook as Knight is going to turn up the Dawning Shadow. Does nothing, package delivered! And there is Ona now trying to get him out of this battle, and Ona is going to do it. He's going to be able to take down the Corgi, but can they get anything else is the question. This Corgi is gigantic, and now in the hands of the T1 jungler, they turn the fight around. And I thought that this was going to be the comeback angle for BLG, but T1 say no. They say that they love Silver Scrapes, and they'd like to put it on one more time.
Bin stands alone as he watches turrets fall, but I don't think even he can save this one.
BLG fall apart. T1.
Wait a minute.
Zeus is going down extremely low. They're going to hold on to their last Nexus turret. Zeus somehow survives. Not sure about that one, but these health bars are going down so low. Ona still going to tank up that last turret shot, but now he's able to get in there. That's his Vault Breaker now. And Zeus comes back with a more than full health bar. That's everyone else's health bar as well, I'm pretty sure. And that Ram will stop anyone from being able to deny this Nexus. And there it is, it was slightly delayed. They had to work so hard, but the Nexus will be taken, and T1 will take us to Game 5.
Line access, and you look at the team fight potential of BLG. They are an incredible team-fighting team, and they have all the tools.
Sense for both teams. The stress that they're under is Faker.
There's a Pop Blossom from Knight. He is going to be able to find Faker. Still, he's relatively healthy, but it's not quite going to be enough. There's a shove, and now he's caught under the turret. Faker with the outplay, and Shun will go down for first blood.
Faker holds the flash on Knight as Pop Blossom, knowing that if he flashes, Knight can follow him. And instead,
Faker, it looked like first blood was secured for BLG. And just like that, T1 turned it around. Now the ults and bots.
Here's the round, there's the knock up. The double comes in on top of Carrier, but still, he gets to his turret. It's not quite, oh, never mind! He survives! Now Gumayusi with so many minions and the rest of BLG here. He gets the snap, with Carrier! I'm not sure about that one, buddy. And BLG will even out the scoreline.
The 2v2 goes in the favor of almost, but just short. On that runs out of vision. Guma's also tanking all the damage. We go back to live.
In the meantime, you've got Bin in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, well, Zeus in a bit of trouble here towards the top side of the map. Shun has to flash, but they'll take it as the rest of BLG will close in and try and grab some plates.
BLG with the 4-man play towards top. T1 gonna get the Dragon, gonna get a decent amount of plates, but I think BLG is still gonna be happy with that one kill. I think going over to Elk there, able to pick that up.
Yeah, hold on.
Can they catch Bin out?
And now going to look for a little bit of a push. Let's see whether Shun overextends. As Chains of Corruption are going to connect. There is the seismic shove as well. He has the ulti, but is it going to be enough to keep him alive as the Dawning Shadow tries? But it does not work. There's the ultimatum as Knight will find 3 with the Pop Blossom. And there has Bin getting a kill as well. And now the flash out. Carrier answers back. Bin still alive in this one, but it's T1 that win the fight in the end.
But they win the fight, but in the bot side, Zeus
They deny the surprise from T1.
And this game is interesting in that T1, I think, also needs to find his leads at the TP.
That's a big teleport as now Carrier moving towards it, trying to keep Gumayusi alive. Great hook shot though, and this Varus is not long for the world. Bin is going to execute it.
A good TP from Bin as BLG continue their map proactivity. They know that Guma has no...
BLG are first to the objective.
Trail down to about 3,000 here. T1 wanting to fight for it. Ona in the back of the pit. That's a big teleport and a big hook as well. Seismic shove to pull him back. Bin knocked up as well. But now Shun getting into that backline. The Dawning Shadow to keep them alive. And now Bin looks for that backline. Faker got it executed even after the flash at BLG. They found their team by 3 kills. And they give up on the Herald. He'll have to wait until they finish with T1.
The first major fight of the game goes the way of BLG. Zeus in the overall game state, BLG walk away the victors.
Not going to be able to challenge for this Dragon, and of course, in a game...
Want to try and play around these one-item spikes.
Well, now you've got a back coming on through here as BLG will wait, but they still do have the end. Bin finds the Hextech ultimatum. The train is going to be there as well. And now T1, they want to find something back, but of course the Bellows Breath is going to deny the CC, and Zeus, he's going to get Pop Blossomed, and he is going to survive for a long time, but not long enough. Elk going to lock down the kill, and BLG will lose no one and take 2.
In this game, number 5, such a big possibility, possible out for T1. Get themselves the first Infernal Drake.
And start their stacking as well.
If
A
you
little
are
bit more damage now, but man, after you stack 4 of those, you're going to be feeling pretty good.
your team,
Traded.
that's 3 ultis down for T1.
Yeah.
Faker, Guma, and Carrier all invested. As Carrier was in a dangerous spot.
Oh, there's a Pop Blossom as well. They're all on top of Ona, and he will be taken down. The all-out going to come on through here as Knight goes golden, but I have a feeling he is going to go down. Zeus going to get that kill. It's Jungler for mid laner. Keeping Ona alive has been so important here for T1.
Job with the Dragon spawning in 30 seconds.
For Knight, though, that was not a fully finished Zhonya's Guma.
Yeah, there's another on-horn, and he is just going to get knocked up and put down. Knight is going to Pop Blossom him. That's going to be that outer turret that's been so frustrating.
And Hail Mary is in order, but without Guma, your damage to this objective is so negligible. Faker went for a very defensive build.
But manages to hook his way out, gets the buffer on that one, and now BLG just defending
It's
this
gone.
Baron. It's going down so incredibly quickly. I don't think T1 has any chance of getting over. Ona tries to get himself towards the pit, but the train is going to run him over. He's not able to do it. Bin just has laser sights on this Viego, and now he's diving in to try and kill the rest of them. Might have been a little over-aggressive, but he's got a Guardian Angel. Carrier's flash does nothing. Bin comes back alive.
secured. T1 demolished. BLG on track to return to the finals and knock T1 out of MSI.
As the cinders rain down, Jungkook goes crazy. BLG with this Baron, they might look for the end.
Yeah, they're continuing to push forward. And for Knight, it might be that he's managed to take down the greatest of all time. As there goes Bin, he's going to make it about him. The X-Tech sweep is going to take down Gumayusi. And BLG, they did it once already this tournament. It took an extra game, another Pop Blossom. And Knight will put him in the ground. And now it's only Chovy that stands between him and being the next one to lift the MSI trophy.